by clicking on this video, I'm assuming that you're a skinny guy, you're a young man, and you want to do what's best for yourself. You wanna strive towards your best version, and you want to take advantage of your younger years. And if you are that person, and if you have clicked on this video, then you are well ahead of the rest of the people, because you already have this mindset of you want to take care of yourself. So in this video, I just want to reiterate literally what's in the title, right? How your body is your temple, so treat your body like a temple. And I want to go over what that means, why you actually need to do this, and obviously how you're going to do this and how you're going to treat your body like a temple. And before we get into this video, I just want to introduce myself to you guys if you don't know me already. So my name is Ryan. I'm a 19-year-old and I've undergone a physical and mental transformation over the past 3.5 years, taking myself from this in 2021 to looking like this now in 2024. And I'm on a mission to inspire and help skinny young men sculpt their physiques. And in order to help me do this, I've really recently just launched my very own free online community. It'll be the top link in the description, and basically gives skinny guys guidance when they're confused and lost, to basically just help them make the most efficient progress they possibly can at the start of their journey. And I've already got 50 members in there, and it's not even been 2 weeks. So the community is growing, the brotherhood is expanding. So if you want to connect with like-minded people, and if you want some guidance, then the top link will be the community in the description. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So we're going to be going, there's 3 main parts to this video. So the first part is going to be the what, the second part is going to be the why, and then the third bit is going to be how. So what does it actually mean, why you need to be doing this, and how to actually, take action and start doing this. So by the end of this video, you're going to start taking action on the things you need to be doing in order to treat your body like a temple, right? So without further ado, let's get into this video. So what do I mean by you've got to treat your body, your body? What do I mean by your body's a temple, so you've actually got to treat it like one? Well, I mean, treat your body like a temple would. A temple is a sacred place. A temple is seen as a holy place, right? So it's treated with respect, it's treated with care. People don't mess about in it. People try and keep everything as pristine and as clean and as in good condition as it possibly can, right? So you've got to do that with your body. You've got to treat your body like a temple. You've got to, you've got to be feeding your body the right things. You've got to be looking after yourself. And I'm going to get into how to do all of that a bit later in this video. So what I mean is obviously a temple is seen as a holy and a sacred place. So you've got to keep it in pristine condition. And that is what you've got to be doing with your body. You've got to keep your body in pristine condition. So that's what I basically mean, and I just want to give an example. So if you don't know what Machu Picchu is, it's not necessarily a temple as such, but it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's located in Peru. I personally really, really, really want to go to Peru to, explore Machu Picchu, because it looks absolutely beautiful. But do you think people just spray graffiti everywhere and treat it like shit? No, it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's a sacred and it's a holy place that is treated and that is in absolute pristine condition, and it is God knows how many years old, right? So you've got to be able to do that with your body. Just treat your body like how you would treat a temple. Keep it in pristine condition. So that's what I mean by this. So you've got to treat your body like it's a temple, because your body is your temple. So on to a couple of reasons why you need to be doing this. So obviously you want to have a good mind-body connection. So what I mean by this is, if you've got a healthy body, you're going to have a healthy mind. And if you have both of these together, so if you add up a healthy body and a healthy mind, then the quality of your life is going to 10x. You're going to feel better as a person, and life is just going to be better in general. Whereas if you're treating yourself like shit, you wouldn't have a good relationship with yourself, therefore you'd feel like shit constantly, and you'd be in a never-ending spiral of just, you're just feeling shit and not getting anywhere, right? However, if you're actually to look after your body and your mind, then, you're going to build that relationship with yourself, which is literally building a foundation, building a relationship with yourself, an internal relationship, a good relationship where you take care of yourself and you do things that you need to get done. Then, the quality of life is going to 10x and success is going to be inevitable. So you need to actually start taking care of your body and your mind and improve that mind-body connection if you want a better quality life, which is what you want, because I'm assuming, you're here because you want to improve yourself, right? So that is what you need to be working on, and that is why you need to sort of go by this. I'm trying to reiterate is that you should live by this, right? You should live by you know, treating your body like a temple every day. That's what I'm trying. That's the message I'm trying to get to you guys through this video. And you know, if you don't take care of your health, and if you have ill health, then the quality of your life, as I said, it's going to obviously reduce. You're not going to have a very good life. You're not going to feel good day to day. You're going to feel shit. You're not going to be in a great mood. You're not necessarily going to be a great person to be around. And you know, as I said, it can have negative mental and emotional effects as well if you don't take care of yourself physically, right? For example, if people don't take care of a temple, then it will just get run down, and it will get closed, and it will get abandoned, and it'll be very sad, right? So you don't want to do that to your body, do you? You don't want to run yourself into the ground. You want to build yourself up to the highest level you possibly can. So the second thing that I want to talk about in terms of why you need to be treating your body like a temple is because it's a long-term investment, right? You're going to set yourself up for the long term. If you're taking care of yourself now in your younger years, which, you know, as I said, I'm assuming you're a skinny young man watching this video who wants to take care of themselves and, you know, work towards the best versions of themselves. If you take care of yourself now, and if you live by this, if you live by how your body is a temple, and you actually treat your body like a temple and do the right things for yourself, build that mind-body connection, have a healthy body, have a healthy mind, and you're going to set yourself up for inevitable and fantastic longevity in the long term. And you want to be just taking care of your body and just thinking of the long term. You don't want to get to 30 years old and, you know, have knee problems or be overweight and you've got restrictions in your life because of your health. You know, you don't want to deteriorate your health so much when you've got the opportunity to actually make a change for the good. Therefore, when you get older, you're going to be restricted, and then, as I said, the quality of your life is literally going to go down. And that's another thing that I want to link this to as well. You don't want to be living with regret when you're, you know, when you're older, when you're in your 30s and when you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s and even 70s, etc. You don't want to be living with regret because, you know, you've given yourself restrictions because when you're younger you didn't give a fuck about your health, right? Whereas if you actually, you know, took care of your health and did the right things and treated your body like a temple, then when you're going to be older, you're not going to have as many restrictions, and you're going to be able to stay as mobile for as long as possible. You're going to be able to lift weights in the gym for as long as possible. And, you know, you're going to be able to, when you get to your 60s and 70s, maybe, when your grandkids ask you to come and play outside, you may be able to do some stuff outside with them, you know, kick a little football about with them. However, if you don't necessarily take care of your health, then, you know, you don't want to be living with that regret and that disappointment of, you know, even in your 30s or your 40s, if your son asks you, you know, can you come play football with me outside, I want to play, you unfortunately can't because, you know, your health restrictions and, you know, you got bad knees and all that stuff, and you didn't take care of yourself, right? You don't want to be a bad image for someone else. So you've got to take care of yourself whilst you can. And when you are young, you can determine whether you're going to have fantastic longevity or whether your longevity is going to be minimal. So I've actually got a quote I want to read out to you guys about this long-term investment thing. So what you do today determines who you'll become tomorrow. Your habits, your choices, your actions now will shape the person you'll be in 10 years. So just imagine yourself in 10 years time. Who do you want to be, right? Shut your eyes for like 10 seconds to 1 minute, whatever. Imagine yourself and who you want to be in 10 years. You don't, obviously, I'm assuming that you want to be the best version of yourself. You want to be in an amazing shape. But now just imagine yourself, you know, if you didn't take care of yourself and if you didn't treat your body like a temple, and if you're overweight and you had all these health problems and you couldn't necessarily do fun stuff with your wife and kids because of these health restrictions. Just imagine that situation in your head. What do you really want for yourself in 10 years? Do you want to be that healthy guy, basically the best version of yourself in 10 years, or constantly working towards that best version of yourself? Or do you just want to be a lump on the sofa because you didn't treat your body like a temple when you should have, and when you should have is now, right? You're young, you've got so much ahead of you, you can you can do so much with yourself right now, okay? So you've got to start taking care of yourself, and that is the why chapter of this video. So obviously you want to be treating your body like a temple due to enhancing that mind-body connection. So, you know, healthy body, healthy mind, therefore you're just going to live a better quality life. And obviously the long-term investment, you want to set yourself up for the long term. You want to be as mobile and as physically capable when you get older as possible, not just for the, you know, playing with your kids reasons, you know, playing with your, you know, if your son asks you to go and play football, not just for those reasons, but for your actual physical being as well. You want to feel good when you get older. You don't want to feel shit and you can't really do much, right? Just take care of yourself, okay? Treat your body like a temple for those 2 main primary reasons. Now, onto the how bit of this video. These are the main three things that I want to go through with you guys. Consistency of your training, obviously nutrition, and getting good rest and recovery. Really basic things. So first of all, starting with the consistency in your training. And lifting weights is just like adding pillars to your temple, right? Consistent efforts build strength and structure and will obviously help sculpt your physique. And if you don't have this consistency, and if you're not showing up regularly and not showing up when you're meant to, then it's like taking pillars away from your temple. Therefore, it's going to get to a point where your temple's not going to have the stability and the strength in order to hold. Therefore, it's just going to all crumble down. And it's like with your physique, if you're not consistent and if you're taking those pillars away, then you're not going to hold on to your strength and you're not going to hold on to the gains you made. Therefore, you're going to regress and you're going to go back to square one. So it's so important that you stay consistent, you do regular exercise, and you actually have a routine and a schedule in order to stick to. And the main thing I would say to you guys, as I say a lot and what I preach a lot, is starting slow. Don't jump the gun, don't jump straight into it. I've got one specific video where I talk about this, and I'll leave the thing in the cards. But you need to start slow. You don't want to be following a training program of someone who's been going for 5+ years, because it's going to be way too demanding. The demands of it are going to be too high. It's going to be too strict for your liking. Therefore, how do you think you're going to stay motivated? You're actually going to enjoy it. How do you think those things are going to happen? Therefore, the likelihood of you staying inconsistent and not building up consistency is going to be high. Therefore, as I said about taking the pillars away from your temple, you're going to be taking the equivalent of the pillars away from your body. Therefore, you're not going to make any progress, and the likelihood of you quitting because you're not going to see any progress is going to be very high. So start slow. Okay, I want to ask you guys a quick question. I've said this in one previous video, but I want to reiterate it again. Okay, how on earth do you think you can commit to a high demanding routine if you can't commit to a really low demanding routine for a month? It doesn't work. It's impossible. So don't try and do stuff that you literally can't do. You've got to build it up, and then eventually, once you prove to yourself that you can stay consistent with low demanding routines, then you can slowly build up. So start slow, and that is the perfect way in order to build consistency. And obviously, by starting slow, have a low demanding schedule, have a low demanding plan and a low demanding routine. Go to the gym, mate. I'm not even joking. If you've never been to the gym before and you're watching this, go to the gym once a week for the first month, or go to the gym twice or 3 times. Whatever you think you can stick to that's actually realistic, then do that. And then once you've done that, and then once you start to enjoy it and you actually want to go more, then you build it up, and then you build up the intensity and all of that stuff. It's all about consistency at the start of your gym journey. So that is the first point that I want to elaborate on, and that I have elaborated on. Okay. So the second thing I want to go into is obviously nourishing your body. You want to be feeding your body the right stuff. You want to be feeding your body and your muscles the nutritious foods it needs, because if you don't, then your body's not going to get anywhere. And feeding your body nutritious foods and feeding your muscles nutritious foods isn't just important for the benefits of growing muscle and sculpting your physique. It's also beneficial for that mental clarity as well, and obviously keeping your body healthy and aiming for that overall longevity, as I was talking about, and that mind body connection. If you keep your body healthy, then you're going to have a healthy mind, and then the quality of your life is going to be a lot better. So making sure you're eating whole foods, you're getting your protein in every day, which is really important for building muscle, by the way, and you're making sure you're getting your fair share of carbohydrates and healthy fats in order to feed your body the right nutrients in order to obviously help the recovery processes when you're training, and obviously keep your mind clear. Therefore, and that's not just beneficial for the gym, but in order to if you have mental clarity, then you're going to be more productive in other avenues and aspects in your life. For example, if you're eating healthy food all the time, then your productivity at work, and you're going to stick to routine, and you're going to feel good about yourself. All of that stuff is going to go exponential, and as I said, it all links back to increasing the quality of your life. If you have a healthy diet, then you're going to have a healthy life. It's as simple as that. And another thing I want to say, linking back to starting slowly with the training, you want to start slowly with everything I'm talking about in this part of the video, because if you don't start slowly, and as I said, if you try and do ridiculously strict stuff, like stick to a crazy strict diet of like Cristiano Ronaldo, if you're trying to be a professional footballer, for example, or if I try to stick to a diet of a professional bodybuilder who is on steroids and they do it for a living, I wouldn't be able to do it. It's simple as it's literally as simple as that, because it's so strict. I wouldn't be able to keep up the demands. It'll be demotivating. I'll be inconsistent because of how high the demands are and how much I can't live up to the demands. Therefore, you've just got to start slow. You've got to go at your own pace. And obviously, I'm saying, you know, consume these healthy foods. It's okay to have a little bit of junk every now and then. As I said, you want to start slow. You don't want to be making 100% changes to your diet straight away. Start it off really, really slowly. And obviously, I would say what I would advise you guys to do is treat it like a reward. You know, if you've eaten healthy, then you can treat yourself to a little bit of junk food every now and then, maybe a couple times a week, right? And then slowly you're going to actually want to start feeding your body good stuff, right? And then that's when, you know, that's when things go exponential, right? So it's all about building it up slowly. Building up that motivation and that consistency at the start is extremely important. And obviously, you know, taking care of your diet if you want to build muscle is absolutely crucial, right? If you're a skinny young man and you want to try to bulk, you've got to be in a calorie surplus, and you've got to eat, you've got to hit your protein goals every day, and you've got to be eating enough carbs in order to provide energy, and you've got to be eating enough healthy fats in order to help your hormones, right, in your body, and obviously linking it back to the protein in order to help your body repair, recover, and grow quicker, which is going to help you make progression in the gym. So it's absolutely crucial that you nourish your body and that you feed your body some nutritious food. And just like a temple needs quality materials in order to be built strong and last hundreds of years, because, you know, temples last forever, right? Then it's literally the exact same with your body. You need to be feeding your stuff, you need to be feeding your body quality foods in order to gain quality muscle, in order to live a quality life, right? Now on to number 3, and I've actually got 4 things that I want to talk about, but the 4th thing is really small. So the 3rd thing I want to talk about is obviously making sure you're getting enough rest and recovery in. Just like a temple needs blips of stillness and, you know, restoration in order to stay in the pristine condition it's always in, your body needs to rest in order to grow, right? In bodybuilding, and if you want to gain muscle and if you're going to the gym, the muscle growth actually happens when you're not at the gym, because your muscles need to repair, right? And your muscles repair when you're actually resting and when you're not doing anything, and that causes the growth, right? However, if you're training all the time and you're running your body into the ground and you're, you know, you know, why are you only training 4 or 5 times a week? You got to train 7 times a week, twice a day, like that's how you grow most muscle. No, it's not, because you need to allow your body to rest and recover in order to actually go under the process of muscle growth. So it's so important that you actually rest and recover. And I want to ask you guys a little question, right? What would happen if we didn't sleep? You know, what would happen to your body? How would you feel? How would you physically feel, mentally feel, emotionally feel, right? You'd be all over the place. You'd be in an emotional wreck, you'd be a mental wreck, and you'd be physically fucked, right? You won't have any energy at all. You'll be super, super tired. Your life will go backwards and it won't help you make progress, right? You're not going to be thinking straight at work. You're going to be making bad decisions. Therefore, that can affect the business, for example, and everything's just going to go backwards. You're not going to have energy to do anything, and all you want to do is just lay in your bed if you didn't sleep. And it's the exact same thing with the gym. If you don't rest and recover from the gym, if you're going to the gym all the time, then you're not going to allow your body in order to recover and repair. Therefore, you're not going to be able to grow, right? Whereas if if you've got your sleep in, then you're going to have mental clarity, you're going to be feeling energized, you're going to be feeling good. So it's all about the rest and recovery. And obviously, I'm not encouraging you guys to, rest 7 days of the week and just not go to the gym at all. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to allow your body to rest and recover after the physical exercise in order to recuperate and recharge for the next sessions ahead. So you avoid things such as burnout, fatigue, physically and mentally. If you don't rest, then your performance in the gym is going to go down. You're going to increase your risk of injury because you're going to be training with a not fully repaired muscle. Therefore, it's going to be more prone and vulnerable to injury, which you don't want, right? And obviously, as I said, you're going to have physical and mental negative effects, which can reduce your mental health. Your physical health is going to go down because you're going to feel burnt out, you're going to feel fatigued, and you're going to feel super, super tired. And obviously, you're going to reduce your longevity in the gym. If you're burning out your muscles now, and you're going to be no good for a long time. You're going to be fucked by the time you're 30, right? And you're not going to be able to do certain stuff because you burnt out your body so much when you were young, okay? So important that you get rest and recovery. And what I would highly suggest, as I have said in a few videos, is going to the gym no longer than 5 days a week. 2 days of rest every week is absolutely perfect. Even if you need 3 days of rest a week and you go to the gym 4 times a week, as long as you're training hard enough and as long as you're getting your recovery in, and that's all that matters. So don't be going to the gym 6 times a week, 7 times a week, training twice a day, okay? Don't be doing that, because it's ineffective and you're actually holding yourself back. So that's the third thing that I want to go on about, how rest and recovery is so important. And just as a temple needs blips of stillness and restoration in order to stay in a pristine condition and in order to, maintain its condition, right? Your body needs to rest in order to grow and in order to maintain the pristine condition and the pristine structure and build you have built up throughout the months or years you've been training, right? So rest and recovery, drill it into that head of yours, okay? Another final thing that I want to go into, thing number 4 that you need to take care of in order to start treating your body like a temple, is building up these good habits, building up slow good habits over time. And what I mean by building up good habits in your life, as just as maintaining a temple requires, it requires care, it requires work, it requires cleaning work, right? You need to be taking care of the little details if you want to grow muscle and if you want to actually, be physically well, right? So you need to be taking care of the finite details, such as I've been talking about throughout this video. Make sure you're getting your protein goals, making sure you're sleeping well, making sure you're getting 8 hours plus of sleep, making sure that, as I said, you're taking care of your diet, making sure that you're training consistently, and really, really little things such as, for example, making sure you're staying hydrated throughout the day, making sure you're taking your supplements, for example, your creatine, making sure you're taking little supplements such as fish oils. I take fish oils to, obviously fish oils help, really little things such as your brain health, your eye health, your heart health, really, really small things. I mean, obviously, the more experience you can get, the more detail you can focus on, and the more deep you can go into detail with. But when you're starting, just slowly build up these good habits, such as just drinking a pint of water as soon as you wake up to start your day, cold showers, for example, hitting your protein goal, making sure you're getting 8 hours plus sleep a day. All of these good habits are going to add up. As you know, the more you do stuff, the smaller things make the bigger impact and change, right? So slowly building on these type of habits over time, just making sure you're getting good sleep, hydrating yourself enough, taking care of your diet, making sure you're hitting your protein goals every day, staying in a caloric surplus if you're a skinny guy trying to bulk. All of that stuff is absolutely crucial. So that is the end of this video. So that is what I mean by you need to treat your body like a temple, and your body is your temple. So bloody treat it like a temple, okay? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and you've truly learnt something. I really appreciate it if you leave a like, a comment and a subscription down below, because the algorithm can recommend me to you more, therefore you can learn from me more, okay? And you can have more guidance from me in order to get your life on track and sculpt your physique as a skinny guy. So without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video.